Well, hey there, Judy. How are you today? It is so good to see you. I cannot wait for everyone to meet you. So, excited about our book, excited about your co-authoring in the book, honored to be co-authoring with you. You actually have a couple of stories in the book. They're amazing. They're inspiring. I can't wait for the readers to get into them. But first, tell everyone your name, where you're from, a little bit about who you are, your life, and where you live, that kind of stuff, and what you do.
Oh, sure. First of all, it's just an honor to be working with you. I'm just so excited about this book as well. So I'm Judy Cooper, and I'm an Army brat, and my dad was in the military, so we moved around a lot. I was actually born in Austria. My mom is an Austrian citizen, and my dad was a GI, American GI. And I think we lived in Germany, Austria, the states up and down, several states. And so every year, I think it's 9 years I was in different school out of 12. So that was a little challenging. But anyway.
I can imagine. And so tell everyone about your family and kind of where you live and what you do for a living.
Well, I live in Portland, Oregon at the moment, have a wonderful husband, 4 kids, 3 boys. Well, they're men now, and we adopted a daughter from a Romanian orphanage a number of years ago. While we were living abroad. And it's been amazing. I currently invest in real estate. And one time I did bi-coastal. Now I focus on the East Coast.
Absolutely. And I love it because you've got some family relations there. So you have merged relationship and business a little bit. So you get to go back and forth and see some family, right? Your sister.
Yes, and it's been actually such a win-win because not only it helps me keep in touch with them, but I also get to make a good living at it. So that's an
Yeah.
amazing, yeah.
That's the way to live in abundance. I
Yeah,
absolutely love it.
true.
Okay, so tell everyone, just share briefly how we met and how our journey went because you've had massive. I mean, I remember when I first met you and we were talking about life, about family, and some of the. I mean, when I was talking to you, the what were perceived to be insurmountable things that you have been through in your life journey, and you transformed your life. But tell everybody about our kind of first meeting and how we got to know each other, and then a little bit about our work together.
Right. I mean, it was really amazing. I was just getting very frustrated with how my life was going, and in particular, the business aspect. But as you know, often the personal impacts the business. So I just went to look for a life coach, and you were the one of the. I had several respond, and we interviewed, and there was just something about you and how you presented your coaching program that just felt like it was going to be a good fit for me. I mean, there were some of the things that you discussed that I'm like, oh yes, that really rings true to me and sounds like it's going to be a really awesome opportunity. Although I resisted at first because you're always a little scared moving forward, right? Because you just never know the complete outcome. But it's been a fabulous journey. I mean, I did feel like there were some very insurmountable, you know, history that I had to overcome, and for the most part, I have. It's been amazing thanks to you and the hard work. Yeah.
Your work. I just gave you the tools and you did it. And I will say, your stories kind of outline some of the struggles that you went through mentally and emotional as a young child and how
Right.
you transformed your life. So I cannot wait for everyone to read your amazing stories. I actually was doing the final edit on them today as we get them off to the publisher, get ready for the book launch November the 5th. I'm so excited.
I know.
I know, I'm so excited. So, for everyone to get your stories, because you have two that address two different things,
Right.
and I know that these stories are going to speak to people. Maybe they've been hiding a secret in their life. Things have gone on, and you even have even more stories that I've been privileged to know about. But these two are going to resonate with people. And thank you for co-authoring with me and being part of this amazing book. So, what are you looking forward to most about the book, and who was the target reader when you were picking these two stories out of your plethora of amazing inspired stories? What about these two stories did you say, and who was the reader you were hoping to resonate with?
Well, to some extent, it was the first one about my grand was about overcoming fear. No, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. It was the second one, overcoming some fear that I had. And the first one about my grandmother was more about just acting out of the moment. I mean, there was just something that caused me to go into action. And then living with that, the way the story had initially resonated in my head is so different from what it ultimately ended up being, for me anyway. I mean, I went from one sort of a tragic view of it to something that was actually inspiring. So I'm hoping that people can apply that inspiration in moving forward in their own lives. That was um, the reason I wanted to write those particular stories. That I thought there was some impact there that would have on people, and at least that's what I'm hoping.
Oh, it absolutely is going to. And rereading them again today, just putting the final stamp on everything, getting ready, getting it off to print to all of the outlets that we're publishing in. It excites me because, you know, the way that you described yourself and your feelings in both of the stories is really resonant. And I think it's going to resonate with so many readers. So I'm so excited. Okay, so let's talk about transformation in your life. Tell everyone a little bit about as you've navigated life and navigated some of the difficulties and us working together and through the book, whatever you want to share, where have you seen the most transformation in your life that you feel like has really brought you to the next level?
Well, there are actually two. One is, and I know you said it in the beginning, it's called Believe in Yourself. And I'm I've always had a certain amount of that, but it's been up and down, in and out, depending on what circumstances and how challenging they are. And it never really resonated with me that I could do it on a more daily, consistent basis. And applying some of the principles that I learned through your program absolutely helped me to get that, on more daily, consistent basis. It's learning how to view things in a different manner. It's getting out of the space that you put yourself in, the belief system that you have, just kind of rethinking what that is.
Mm.
And that's been awesome. That's been because now it's obviously for people that know me and within my internal dialogue, I can feel a huge difference. And that comes across in my actions too with the business and with other people. So because that's sort of a measurement is how it other either you perceive yourself internally or other people. So the other one is thoughts become things. That really, as you know, because I've got it.
You gave it to me in my office, and it's in my office, and I appreciate it so much. And it's around all of my degrees and all my certifications that I have. Absolutely. Thank you for that. So I'm so sorry. I did not mean to interrupt, but continue your thought there about thoughts become things.
Well, that I mean, like you said, it says it was just the words resonated because I don't think most people realize just how much our thoughts are part of our future reality, if you like. And I knew it on a certain level somewhere up there, but not completely like living and breathing it. And as we worked through, the program, it became obvious to me that whatever happens in my head, I can, that they become things at some point. And for me to be able to have a little bit more say so in that, a little bit more control over that. I mean, there's never any 100%, but there is a lot of influence that we can have through our mindset and just focusing on what it is that we need or what it is we want. And I just don't think, and I think it's obviously related to our inner dialogue. And if our inner dialogue is not, particularly good, then we're not going to resonate with that thought for a while till you get to that level of dialing into your inner dialogue. And for me, I mean, once I dialed in, I was like, okay, this is really going to have an impact. And on my future, and it has. I mean, I really have a lot more say so in what happens than I ever imagined I would.
Oh, absolutely. And some proof in the pudding is exactly what you were just telling me before we hopped on today. You just had a get together with your three sisters for the first time in how long?
Like over 50 years, yeah.
50 years that y'all have been physically together and you got together.
Yes. She was 5. She was 5 the last time we were all together. Yeah, my youngest sister. Yeah, it was crazy.
I'm celebrating you because you have taken the tools and you've taken out the hammer and you're hammering the nail on the wall. You're
Yeah.
using the tools, and I just celebrate you, Judy, way to be, because thoughts do become things. Okay, so let's talk about the book for a minute. The book launch of our co-authoring book is up until now. I'm so excited that you're in it. And it's going to officially launch in the Dallas-Fort Worth area November 5th. So I'm so excited. So what are you the most excited about the book launch and about it getting into the hands of the reader?
Oh wow. I just think the thing that's most exciting to me is, and one of the reasons it was a motivating factor for me to write, is I'm really looking forward to having people read it and get some benefit out of it. I mean, that was the biggest thing for me, and that was what keeps me going. And like, whenever I can do anything for anybody else, however big or however small, I will do it. And that's what's so exciting to me, is that I'm fairly sure it'll resonate with some people, and all it takes is one to make me happy. It doesn't even have to be, right.
Right, absolutely. You know it. I love it. And you're right. And at the end of the day, we've done our part. We put our stories together in a collaboration. And at the end of the day, we're going to put it in other people's hands and let it start a journey that's going to inspire, encourage, and give people hope where there might have been none. And we don't know what the end result's going to be, but we put it out there. And I just celebrate you. I celebrate all of us for coming together and doing it. And so I'm so excited. So thank you, Judy, so much for being part of the book. Any closing thoughts or any things that you would like to leave the audience as we end our interview today? Any parting thoughts?
No, I mean, it'll be exciting to meet some of the other co-authors and to, just the whole new journey. It's just such a new adventure. I mean, that's what I can't, wait about it, either. But, and thank you for being a part with me, because, without your coaching, without your ability to have me work, make me work, I, I would, I wouldn't be here. I know, right?
It was always a joy. It was always a joy. And but to that point, I just gave you the tools and you picked them up and you used them. And the transformation is amazing. I celebrate you. I celebrate all your successes. I celebrate everything you're doing personally and professionally. I'm so excited. So thank y'all for watching. I hope that y'all will come out and celebrate our book launch. Either we'll be on Barnes and Noble, we'll be on Amazon.com, Walmart.com. And we are so excited to bring our stories to you. And we pray that they give you some inspiration, insight, guidance, encouragement in whatever struggle you're going through. So, Judy, thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. It's an honor to sit here and to have a chat with you. And I just wish you all the best in life.
Oh, thank you, Laura, and the same to you.
Oh, thank you so much.